Hello guys, hope you're doing well. Here are some more mistakes you should definitely try and avoid making in Dragon Age the Veilguard. And number one, here's a way you can actually get back faction reputation from the city that was destroyed over the course of this story. Now, a few hours into the story, one of the choices you have to make is whether to destroy Treviso or Docktown. Treviso, as you can see, is intact. The faction there likes me. Docktown, on the other hand, was destroyed and the Shadow Dragons hate me. And I actually thought that you wouldn't be able to get the faction reputation back, but you can. So go to the Wisp vendor in the Crossroads. Now this is located on the southernmost island of the Crossroads. So here is the Crossroads map. We go all the way down here to the Converged City. In the center we'll see this icon for the merchants. Go to this merchant and we can actually sell all of our valuables and get back faction reputation from the city that was destroyed. So you see this little snake icon on the right. It says 3, another 3. Some of them are 15, but most of them are 3. And this one's 15. This one's 15. So we get back that amount of reputation when we sell the items. And you can sell them one by one, or you can just bulk sell and get all that reputation back in one go. As you can see in the bottom right corner, we see the Shadow Dragon's strength keep rising. And this actually applies for the other city as well. So if you destroy Treviso rather than Docktown, the Grey Water, no, who's the faction in Treviso? The Anti-Van Crows, they will actually rise in reputation when you sell to this vendor. So the vendor really depends on what city you destroyed, which is really useful to get back to the faction strength and the faction reputation. And I actually didn't know that before, but now I do. And as you can see, the Shadow Dragon's faction strength there is a lot better after selling those items. It's a really useful fact. But here's another thing. While we're here, I just want to show you. If you go to this vendor, you can't sell any valuables. So even though there are other vendors around the Crossroads, you can only sell your valuables to the one that is indicated on the map with the armor icon. The other vendors kind of just let you buy different trinkets, different pieces of armor, and what have you. So that's something to keep in mind. You can only sell your valuables to one vendor. But something I like doing is buying from this vendor, buying valuables from this vendor, and selling to this vendor. So we've got more valuables to sell, and this raises our faction reputation with a city that got destroyed again. So it's kind of a little shortcut there. So we can buy it from one vendor and sell to the other vendor, and we've got our faction reputation back in that way. And I love doing that. I'm playing these wisps off against each other. Another thing to keep in mind, look at these etheric remnants. This is a new currency and it's only in the Crossroads. So you don't actually buy with gold, you buy with etheric remnants. And there's actually a way you can buy more of this currency. So you can earn the currency just by destroying things in the Crossroads, but you can also buy the etheric remnants elsewhere and then spend them in the Crossroads. And here's how you do that. And here we are. Here's how to buy the etheric remnants. We're at the Black Emporium. Now the Black Emporium opens up after you've made that fateful decision in the campaign when one of the cities gets destroyed. You actually have to go on a quest to open it up, and here's where it is in Docktown. But if you destroyed Treviso, I believe it opens up in Treviso as well, and we can buy etheric remnants here as well as all the other stock that the vendor who disappears after the mission in the story, all their stock will go into the Black Emporium, so you won't miss out on any vendor's stock. We can buy etheric remnants here, and they cost 1 Fade Touched Silk. They are quite expensive to buy, so it is actually better just to earn them in the Crossroads by beating up enemies. And you can actually buy the currency that it takes to buy the etheric remnants. So they cost 1 Fade Touch Silk. To buy the Fade Touch Silk, it costs 5 etheric remnants. And to buy the etheric remnants, it costs 1 Fade Touch Silk. So the exchange rate is not that good. But if you are desperate for etheric remnants, oh my god, it's really hard to say, then go to the Black Emporium and just purchase them. With our etheric remnants in our pouch, we can go back to the wisp in the Crossroads. Any wisp will do. There's actually 4 here, and spend them on armor, trinkets, mementos as well. The best thing I like to buy actually with them is mementos, because mementos will increase the rank of the caretaker back at your base, and when you rank up your caretaker, you can upgrade all of your weapons, your gear, and also enchant your weapons and gear. So it's really useful to have a lot of etheric remnants. Next up, do not miss out on the Mass Effect gear. You can get free Mass Effect armor just by going to this chest in the lighthouse. We have a little note on it. It says, I guess the chest got lost in the fade and somehow got shepherded to our doorstep. Is it just me, or does the armor look somehow familiar, like something an old friend would wear, says Harding. What could be inside? Well, I think it might be a reference to Mass Effect. If you didn't know, Mass Effect stars none other than Commander Shepard. That's who you play as in the game. And the chest actually contains 3 pieces of gear. We have 2 pieces of armor and 1 helmet. To equip it, go to the wardrobe in your base, and I'm going to show you what this looks like. It's actually really nice. It doesn't jar at all with the style of the game. So we have the Paragon of Leadership armor, and this is my favorite by far, and I'm actually wearing this. Mass Effect is of course a sci-fi genre game, and this is fantasy, but the devs have made it fit really well with the aesthetic here. And here we have the more magey kind of N7 gear, which is not my personal favourite. I don't know, the coat just looks a bit too long, kind of tacky really. I don't like that one. But anyway, I'm going to show you it. This is how we're looking for the time being. And here is what the helmet looks like. We have the command helmet as well. So it's kind of this scaled kind of armor. I don't really like the helmet personally, but it does really blend the 2 games together, Mass Effect and Dragon Age. I remember the N7 gear in Dragon Age Origins, I believe. That did not look very nice. But this one, yeah, I kind of like it. And that is free, so go and grab that right now. Another mistake you want to avoid making in this game is to only roll into battle with 3 health potions. You can actually have up to 6 health potions in this game. One of the ways you can get an extra health potion is with the Pursuance Implements armor, which looks like this. Let me show you. It's not the one currently equipped. It is this one, and this, when you upgrade it, adds an extra healing potion. Now here's where to get it. First of all, you have to go to the Griffin Eyrie, which you go to during the story in Davrin's quest. The only downside is you can only go there once, and if you miss it, you miss out on this. So here's the chest, make sure to grab that. Another place you can get this armor is in the Crossroads. So go to the southernmost island of the Crossroads, which is the Converged City. Go to where my green arrow is, and you can purchase another set of this armor. You do need 3 sets of this armor though to get that potion, so we can find the 3rd set in the Profane City. This is part of Davrin's quest, the Profane and the Lost. Go to the Profane City, and on the map here's where you can find it. Again, you can't go back here though, so make sure to pick it up when you go here during the quest. So that's 1 extra health potion. That gives us 4 health potions. How do we get the 5th one? Well, all you have to do is choose the right class. The class we want is the Anti-Van Crows, and as we can see, they have down the bottom a hidden pouch. This holds an extra potion, and this takes our potions up to 5, which is not bad. But how do we get the 6th one? Well, it's all about enchantments. So go to your caretaker, your trusty loyal caretaker, and we can enchant one of our pieces of gear. The only thing is you can only enchant 1 thing to give you an extra healing potion. This is your amulet. You can't enchant anything else to give you the healing potion, only your amulets. So go down, select this enchantment, 1+ max potions, and there we have it. We now have 6 healing potions to use in battle. Which is really good, but if you are missing out on health and you're getting damaged all the time, there is another thing you can do, of course, which is to let your companions heal you. Slot in healing spells on your companions so they heal you in addition. So not only do we have 6 healing potions, we also have our companions healing us all the time. So hopefully with that tip, you should never run out of health in this game. And while we're here at the lighthouse, let me show you another mistake I was making up until very recently, and this is to do with enchantments. Did you know you can actually enchant your abilities? Not only can you enchant your weapons and your gear, you can enchant your abilities as well. This opens up new perks with your abilities. So for instance, with our Tempest ability, we can press X and we have a choice of all these enchantments we can put on it. And what I've currently got on it is, well, I'm going to show you is Chain Lightning actually. I've added 2+ chains to my Chain Lightning, and that makes this spell even more powerful. And if we look to the right, we see the red circle. This means you've got an enchantment already on something, and you can only have 1 enchantment per ability. So on our Void Blade, the enchantment we have is plus 75% weapon damage while shocking, but we can also have a minus 15% cooldown duration, or we could even add different elemental effects. We could add fire or ice effects onto our abilities as well. So we can actually change and modify our abilities by using enchantments. And yeah, I actually had no idea you could do this, so don't make my mistake. Play with these enchantments on your abilities because they really do change things. So there we go, some mistakes you should definitely try and avoid making in Dragon Age the Veilguard. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, do subscribe to the channel for more Dragon Age the Veilguard guides.
That's what kills.